everybody, it's Rain. Today I have a short little finished object haul for you. I'm going to show you what I made with this yarn that we dip dyed in a prior video, and also my husband's sock yarn, which looks like this, nice and caked up. I'm going to link that dyeing video up in the cards in the little eye if you are interested in seeing it. And here they both are as a skein. My original plan for these two skeins of yarn was to make socks for my husband, which is what I did with the black and red and blue, and to make mittens, white fading into black, gray mittens. That was my original plan. Make sure you watch until the end to see if that's what happened. Here's what the front of the sock looks like. And my husband could not resist. He has already worn them about 3 or 4 times. You guys let me know in the comments below, do you wash and block your socks before you wear them? Or do you just go ahead and wear them after you're done knitting them? I usually just wear them after I'm done knitting them. Stitch definition now. I absolutely love this sock yarn. It is a little prickly. When you first wear it, the first time it's a little prickly, and then after the first time you wear it, it tones right down and you can't feel any prickles anymore. And that's just from the mohair. The mohair is really, really more like a hair, as the name suggests, and it will be a little bit more prickly. I used yearling mohair in these. I did not use kid mohair. Kid mohair would probably be a lot more fuzzy, a lot more of a halo. These have a bit of a halo, as you can see, but it makes them very resilient, and you can kind of see the bottom, a little bit of the wear. The heel does peel a little bit, but it comes right off. That's really about the extent of the peeling you're going to get with this sock yarn. I'm definitely going to blend some more of this up for you guys if you guys want to try it. But just be aware it is a little prickly the first time you wear it. And after that, it tones right down. You may even be able to wash it before you wear them. And for those of you that like to block it, wash it and block it before you wear it. And then it might not be prickly. I'm not 100% sure. I've never tried that. I just wore them the first time and it took it right away. But it is completely suitable for sock yarn. And I absolutely love the hardiness of it. The thickness, the warmth, you get everything in these socks with this sock yarn. And as I said before, it is a yearling mohair blend with wool, a special type of wool I love to use for socks. And I will be letting you guys know what that is in the future. I just want to have some ready for you in case you want to try it when I let you know what it is. And I'm also so excited to let you guys know that I made an entire video on knitting these socks right here to let you know how I measured and how I did all of my stitches and everything that you need to know to knit socks. That video will be coming out shortly. It is a lot of editing and a lot of work, so I can't give you an exact date, but it will be out very soon, and I'm so excited. Here's pictures from the day that I finished them. You can tell that the ribbing's a lot tighter than it was after it was wore a few times. It should perk back up after a first wash. And here is my wonderful husband wearing them to model them for you guys in this video. I told him he will never want cotton socks ever again. He's always going to want to wear wool, hand knit, hand spun socks, and I believe he is in agreement. Here's a little ball that I had left out of 120 grams. So are you guys ready to see what we made with this? Alright, let's check it out. Voila! We ended up making gloves with these. Full 5-finger gloves. And I really, really like these. This yarn spun up to around a DK weight. If you remember, I was trying to spin sock yarn for my husband that time, but I ended up making it a little too thick and it turned out around DK weight. So I ended up making some gloves. The original plan was to make mittens, but I just didn't like the way that the mittens was turning out, and also it was just too easy. Like I have to have a challenge. I crave a challenge, and I love, love, love how the fingers show off the actual gradient, the way that it looked when it was skeined up, and I think that is so beautiful. They are so warm and toasty. They are really thick, and literally, we had a snowstorm a couple days ago, and I wore these, and my hands did not get cold at all. Nothing got through. The wind was whipping around. Nothing got through at all. Absolutely am in love with these gloves. So this is the same hand spun fiber from the sock yarn. It's a mohair wool blend, the exact same proportions. So this will give you a feel of how it'll look as a DK weight spun up. It has a little bit of a sheen, and it spins up really thick and hardy. Nice and warm. It is a perfect yarn for wintertime where you don't want any wind to get through. I made these gloves without a pattern. I am going to link another creator's video in the comments I used. It was another YouTube video that helped me with the fingers. This was my first pair of 5-finger gloves that I've ever made, and it was a little challenging since it was a DK weight. I definitely want to make another pair with a fingering weight and see how they turn out. They'll be a little bit thinner, not as hardy and thick as these, but a little thinner and a little bit more for looks instead of practicality. These are definitely practicality. They will not let any cold through in a snowstorm. I had to reknit the first one twice. I had to frog it back about where the thumb gusset was because it was too tight. Needed a few more stitches. So I frogged it, added a few more stitches, and then I realized that I picked up a stitch that was from the other row that was wrong, and it looked really out of place. It was like a really dark colored yarn right in with where it was supposed to be light, and it stuck out like a sore thumb. So I had to frog that back probably about 10 rows on that round, and then I finally got it all perfect, and that was the only amount of trouble that I had. The fingers were definitely a little bit of a challenge just because I went through and it was a little hard to figure out where to pick the stitches up to not create holes, but I've done it before with other garments, so it wasn't too bad. It just took me a few tries to get right. There's no holes. I was able to close up all the holes by picking up stitches and going around, and I'm very happy with how they turned out. There's no holes. All the seams look pretty nice. It's a little sloppy, but I'm pretty happy with it regardless. Especially for my first pair of 5-finger gloves. They fit and they're practical, and that's all that matters, and there's no holes. So I'm very happy with them, and they're beautiful. I mean, look at that gradient on the fingers. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this little finished object show and tell, and I cannot wait to get to editing this sock video, and I've got some wonderful fibers coming for our Let's Spin This series, so make sure you subscribe, like this video if you want to see more in the future, and turn on the bell notification when you subscribe to make sure you get notified of all my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.